Let's get busy. Hi guys. So I am doing this review on the New Edition part 2. It is so good. I've done part 1, but it accidentally got erased. So I'm starting all over. I gotta make part 1 again. But let's start with part 2. When I put this down, it was so good. So part 2 started with Ralph. He was feeling guilty because he was singing like all the parts and stuff, and he asked for like the other guys to have like some parts to sing, even like, you know, just talking or rapping or something, because he started feeling bad. He felt bad because Ralph is just so good. Like, he's just so adorable. But so he went to talk to Gary, and Gary agreed. So, and while they were in the booth, they were recording the song Telephone Man. Is it Telephone Man? But Michael fell flat, so he was singled out about it. So so afterwards, they went outside. They got in the car, you know, to leave the studio. And they all ran inside the car, and Mike trying to get in, and they were like, you know, messing with him. They were like, no, you're not sitting in the, and at the end, you sit in the middle. And he was like, I don't want to sit in the middle. So they're like, acting crazy. So, long story short, the car, they closed the door. Mike closed the door because I guess they asked him like $20 for you to sit in at the end or by the window, and he was like, oh, I think he said, I'm gonna go get my money. And he closed the door like on his way to go somewhere to get money or something, and the car ran, like the guy drove on his foot, literally drove on his foot. So Bobby popped his head out, and Bobby was talking crap like Bobby does, and Mike was not having it because I guess he probably was like in excruciating pain. He spat on Bobby's face. So from that, Bobby had his head out from the rooftop of the car, and he spat like straight to Bobby's face, and Bobby got out and tried to kill him. Okay, so they started fighting on the floor. Okay, so that happened. And so Gary came out. I just always knew something was happening about him. So Gary came out, told Mike, wait. Yeah, so Gary came out, and she kind of like, they put Mike in the room, and the guy that brought Mike in the room was like, you know, that this could be it for you. So Gary went to talk to the guys, and he was like, you know, what Mike did was horrible, you know, and they were like, so Bobby was like, you know, yeah, but Mike is not going anywhere. Like, he's like, what the fuck you mean? And he's like, he could have killed you. But he's like, did he? Like, okay. Which was very endearing. So I was like, okay, all right. I liked it, that part. So they brought Mike back in the booth. Actually, Bobby Brown exact quote was like, I know he trying to kill me, but did he? But so Mike stayed. And so they brought Mike to the booth. Like, it was just very awkward. They just brought him in the booth, and they handed him a piece of paper, right? And then I'm like, oh, he's gonna be singing, because I was born in Haiti, so I don't really know a lot about New Edition. I kind of hear their songs in there, but I don't really know who they were back then when they were like, you know, that age. So I was like, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna sing? So they have this piece of paper, and he's like talking basically, and I was like, what the? So, and then you see the guys on the other side of the booth walked in, Bobby and all the other boys, and Ronnie and them. So walked in, and then you see like after Mike just talk, like he talked to the mic, like, come on, answer your phone, connect me in the line. I don't know exactly what he said, but anyways, and so Mike came out and he went to meet the boys inside that the studio, and Bobby just kind of started walking towards him, and then they made up and it was cool again, like boys do. That could never happen with girls. They would have held that grudge. Like, they could bring the amount of girls. They're still fighting now. Like, girl, you don't just give it up. But, anyways, so they had a new guy with his Jerry curl trying to teach the guys because they had to get ready for the tour. So they were teaching the guys because Avon from The Wire, which played Brooke. Yes. They disconnect themselves from him from the first part. But so they had this new guy. He was showing them how to dance and he was like grinding and like and they were like, nah, worrying about that life, boy. Like he said, that's how all the famous people do it. They were like, no. They were like, nah, boo. This isn't us. We ain't about to do this at all. I don't know what you're doing. So they brought Brooke back because they were like, no, because Gary's all about his money. So savage. So they brought Brooke, Avon. I'm gonna call him Avon because of The Wire. I'm a Wire fan. What? So they brought Avon back. And they went crazy. They saw Avon and they were doing a photo shoot and they saw Avon. Gary's like, I brought you back to teach him how to do the moves. That's it. You are not the manager. I mean, he didn't have crazy eyes like I'm doing right now, but basically you get the G's. He was just like, you ain't about to me messing with my money, okay? You just showing him how to do 2 steps, okay, nigga? Like, no. Gary's like, you're not the manager. He's like, yeah. And Avon is like, yeah, I know. You find some poor kids from some poor black kids from the project, and now you're using them, kind of. That what he said. And Gary had nothing to say about that, but basically what he was doing. So we go into So Gary started talking. So they were doing the of course Avon put them on point. So they were doing the rehearsal for the show. I thought they were actually doing the show because they had the gold suits on and they were really going out. So I guess Gary walked in. He was like, whoa, what's all this? What's all these lights? What's all this? What's all this on here? What's going on? So he's like, this is not on the budget, okay? Y'all need to just 2-step, okay? Because I can have more money from my pocket. I don't know what all these lights and all these suits had to be. They were like, no, trust me. So Ralph is like, trust me. This is gonna work. So Gary's like, oh no, how can I say no to my artist? To my, my star? So, of course, Bobby was pissed off. So Bobby just laughed because he was jealous, when Gary said that. So Bobby had a bad idea to just leave. And so he was driving his car like a crazy maniac in the street. And he got pulled over by the police. And when he got pulled over, the girl he was with, the girl was like, do you know who this is? He's like the lead singer. He's the lead singer in New Edition. I'm thinking, girl, that guy don't care about that. I'm like, boy, boy, he lucky and shoot him. So, not only Bobby didn't have a license, clearly nobody even taught him how to drive because the boys were even surprised, who taught you how to drive, nigga? How do you even know how to drive? He was like, So Gary went to bail him out, trying to act like, he's his savior. He's like, you gotta get your shit together, Bobby. Kind of give him the speech, the dad speech. So, Bobby, was not having he had an attitude problem, whatever, and so he informed Gary that Gary was like, what were you doing, like, with the car? Where'd you get the car from? He's like, I borrowed it from somebody. He's like, there was $6,000 in the car. Where'd you get it from? And Lil's like, that's, you know. So he was like, out of like, got tired of getting questioned by Gary. He was like, the girl is pregnant, and I was gonna give her that $6,000 because she's pregnant. Then Gary tried footing that. I was gonna say, we have doctors who handle that. Bobby's like, what? He's not having no abortion. Well, at least, you know, he's good about that, you know. And she was like, no, who's talking about abortion? You, nigga. You talking about abortion. What you mean? He was like, who's talking about abortion? I ain't talking about abortion. Who's talking about abortion? Like, I don't know why you're looking at me, boy. You talking about abortion. You. But anyways, so, and Gary was like, trust me, Bobby. You know, trust me. This is for your career. Blah, 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 whatever. Then Bobby had, like, the smirk on his face, like he ain't trying to hear nothing. Like, this, what the fuck you talking about? Then, all of a sudden, like a bipolar patient, Bobby switched. He's like, yo, you know, let's go, you know, let's go. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Which is why Bobby is a little ticky, boom, boom. Yeah, he's a little ticky, boom, boom. Like what's going on? But, so, there's a scene where they all I think they're in the dressing room, and they're smoking weed. You know, all the members are smoking weed. So, they're joking, laughing. So that guy who's supposed to be the bodyguard or whatever, kind of like babysitting for Gary so you know, Gary could keep tab on the guys. So he popped in there, and he's like, whoa. They were like, whoa. First, Johnny was in there. Some guy named Johnny came in, and I was like, who the hell is Johnny? I was like, it's Bobby. I was like, damn it. Probably some famous guy that I don't know, because I'm from Haiti, and I don't know about at least people. So I was like, who's Johnny? And they were like, this is Johnny with Stacy. Oh, you know, Stacy look fine. So I had to have my phone. I was like, Johnny and Stacy. So I looked at him, and I don't know none of the songs. So, but I guess they were popping back then. But anyways, so they talk. So the members are talking to Johnny and stuff. So then the babysitter walked in, and he's like, yo, yeah. He's like, yo, Bobby, can we talk in private? Bobby's like, no. Anything you gotta say to me, you can say in front of everybody. And he's like, okay, all right. Your girl is in labor, okay? Like, what? And was like, what you mean labor? We didn't even know he had a pregnant girlfriend. And I'm like, didn't he just get out of jail and she was pregnant? Like, how did this happen? Like, I felt like it was like 2 days, like it was the next day when they were about to perform, but I guess not. Maybe Bobby Brown was like in jail for longer. I don't know. But anyway, so Bobby's like shocked, everybody's looking at him. So they all went to the hospital. That was a sweet scene. They were all like, I'm Uncle Ronnie, I'm Uncle Ralph. It was just so cute. And then like Bobby trying to hold the baby's head, and he's like, don't. So Mikey's like, watch out with the head. Like, what do you know about little babies? Like, what do you know? So they all try to instruct him how to hold a baby. None of them will hold no damn baby. So that was cute scene. So like, you know, like, so Ronnie, Mike is like, I'm gonna teach you how to play basketball since your dad don't know how to play no basketball and stuff. And Ronnie's like, I'm gonna teach you the moves. Like, it was just cute. It was just like a cute scene. Just like that brotherhood. I loved it. I loved it a lot. So then the next scene, Ralph is talking. His girlfriend is pregnant too. I'm like, what? Like, all right. I'm not surprised because remember part 1 when they were just like doing like orgies and stuff, and they were like not tripping about using rubbers. So I was not surprised they had babies. So Ralph's girlfriend is pregnant. So so the baby, so they were like, I guess Gary or whoever said, you know, at least now the baby's gonna slow Bobby down. The baby didn't do shit for Bobby, but gave him more strength. to do the scandalous shit he was doing prior. So, Bobby's just like in the car with two girls doing coke and literally just getting pleasure sexually. So it was very awkward. I was like, because I don't know, I just felt like they were like little boys. Because when I started watching it, it was like, so I just kept seeing Bobby's little boy's face on. So I was like, that was very weird. But so Gary's like, where's Bobby? You know, where's Bobby? Where's Bobby? Where's Bobby? Where's Bobby? So finally, like Marco Polo, Bobby, you in? So he found Bobby in the car, and he's high as hell, and he's like, what? You doing drugs now? You doing coke? Like, what? I just wanted to hit Gary. Like, he was so annoyed with him. I was like, no, he is crashing. He's just doing sugar. Like, he's making pancakes. He's baking pancakes. I mean, clearly he's doing cocaine. What do you think it was? I can't with him. So, Ralph is about to have a heart attack, literally. He's like, he's about to have a heart attack. He's like, Bobby's causing him to have like ulcers and blah 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 while he's holding a bottle of Thumbs. Like, he's just talking so much crap. He's like, yes, da 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 da, like all this crap about Bobby. So Bobby's like, I'm tired of him trying to be my father. And Ralph is like, yo, Bobby, we all do shit, but we keep it on the low. You need to keep your shit together. Like, okay, do you do cocaine too? I was like, well, what you be doing? Like, I mean, I didn't see him do no cocaine, but I was like, I hope not. So yeah, Gary brought, Gary went, so next scene, wait. Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay, so they are back in the projects, right? So Bobby Mama, you know, the greedy bee. That's what I call her, Bobby Mama, greedy bee. She like, there better be some checks coming, okay? Because, you know, she didn't get paid when Brooks were managing them for the first, you know, whatever. So she's like, there's be some checks coming today. So, of course, Gary came with his little briefcase. He's like, I'm in a hurry. Should we get started? So I'm like, oh, sure. He's about to drop that $200,000 check. What? Each? Because you know how they got played with the $500. I ain't gonna say nothing. So Gary brought the papers, but instead of checks, you know, I feel like Gary just took a bunch of paper from his printer. You don't think these people are just like working, like buying a house, like, or he's like selling them insurance or something? It was a bunch of papers. So basically, there was no checks. Not one. Not even. At least remember when she got that $1.85 check, bitch. Not even that. You think you were broke then? Okay. Gary just gave him reading material. Okay. So Gary started breaking it down like, oh, you thought this was free. 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 So, I remember when they had the gold suit. Gary was like, oh, that wasn't free, boo boo. Like, that's not free. Oh, this is not free. Like, I'm like, whoa. Gary just, he is something. Like, he is truly something. So, anyways, so Bobby Mama is like, bitch, like, what you mean? This isn't a check. So, yeah, gonna say, next year, it's definitely gonna be good. It's gonna be better. Like, what? Like, Bobby Mama's like, no, what about next year? What about this year? Like, which mama said that? I don't think it was Bobby Mama, but Bobby Mama was talking a whole lot. So Lala said, yeah, I told ya to stay with my brother, but no. Y'all wanted to be with the white man. She didn't say that, but she pretty much that's what she said. Like, I told y'all. So, I'm about to fall off my chair when they had all this stack of paper. Like what does actually mean? It means that we ain't get no check for you, boo boo. That's what it means, okay? But so that was funny. So Ralph was talking to his mom about how he can't come home because the mom is from Best Man. I forgot her name, but so the mom is like, yeah, you need to be here. You need to be with her. And he's like, I can't leave the group. I can't. So from whatever the whole thing is, his girlfriend back home was pregnant. Remember, I was telling you. Yeah, actually, I just told you. But she lost the baby, which was so sad because I just felt so bad. I was like, oh gosh, because they're so young, you know. So she lost the baby, and so Ronnie came out. He was like, what's up? You know I'm down for you. Let me know, B. You need anything, man, I got you. You feel me? Well, he didn't say that like that, but pretty much. Pretty much is what he said. So, Mr. Telephone Man, Bobby Brown, they were performing, Bobby wants to do the most. He like showing his little chest. Say it with your chest. He was singing it with his chest. Like, oh, what? But that was funny. Okay, so Bobby Brown was acting like a brat. He quit the group, okay? So, okay, he literally quit the group while they were performing on stage, okay? Because they just wanted to, because they were doing Mr. Telephone Man. He was going on and on. Like, he was, really just dragging it. So, they were, he, I forgot who gave the cue. I think it was Mike who gave the cue, cut it off, bitch, we're trying to finish the song so we could go home and, rest. So, you know what I'm saying? So, Bobby got mad. He was he threw his mic. He was like, I quit. By tonight, I am no longer New Edition. And boom! Smash it. So Mike is like, what the fuck happened? So they continue performing. Then behold, Bobby Brown ass came back. Just trying to fuck shit up. So I can't. So he came back. So Mike, him and Mike fought again. So Gary so they went on the bus, and so Gary's like, Bobby Brown needs to get out the group. Who voted against Bobby Brown? So Mike is like, no, that's my, no, Bobby Brown's staying in the group. What you talking about? He's like, Bobby Brown is this and that. He needs to be out. Do you guys want this? Do you guys want that? And he was like, no, not without Bobby. But then Gary hit the spot when he said, what about your mama? Do you want me to call your mama and tell your mama that because of one person? He really played them, seriously. So they were he was like, who voted Bobby Brown? Anybody who, I guess he had them do a vote. So slowly but surely, all 4 of them voted Bobby out, okay? Because I think Bobby needed to be out. So, no. Oh, about when Gary snitched on Bobby. I mean, he was like, because the guys were sticking up for Bobby. So he's like, you know what he does? He does cocaine. And what the bitch? And they were like, oh, okay. Okay. What kind of stuff? No, he was like, Bobby, do stuff. And he was like, and, Ricky's like, what kind of stuff? Ricky, that character Ricky, why he looks so old? Why they play that guy like that? They make him look so old. And he doesn't even, I look at his pictures online, he does not look old. I don't know. The character age him. But, yeah, although boys look so, young and stuff, you could tell they're, in the early 20s. He looked He 30, 38, about to go on 40. Like, what? What? But, he said, what kind of stuff? So he's like, Bobby's doing cocaine. And he might be selling it too. Like, whoa, snitch! Shut the fuck up. But anyways, you know, once he said something about their mom, you know, they voted Bobby out. So then you saw Bobby just sitting on the curb. No, he was on the curb. He was on the bench. Like, in some... I don't know what road. He looked like he was under like a tunnel. I don't know where he was. But he was the only one in the street. And I was like, how he's not scared? And then this white man came out and got Bobby's bag. So I was like, this ain't real. Or maybe the label's in that because I was like, I think they were in New York. And I was like, New York. Some black man just sitting on the on the bench and some white man came out of the car and took his bag. But maybe it was like the label sent the taxi for him and the white man like, oh, that's Bobby Brown. Or maybe he was that famous that the taxi cab was like, the taxi driver was like, oh, that's Bobby Brown. Because the police officer sure didn't give two fucks who he was. But, so Bobby put his stuff in the car. Well, the guy put the stuff in the car and Bobby got in the car and they drove off. So, of course, word of mouth. So all the moms were being so trifling, right? So they called each other. They were talking to each other about, you know, Bobby being, you know, blah, blah. They were like all on like the phone with each other, just gossiping, okay? So they were like talking about, yeah, you know. Then, of course, who's mama? It was like Ralph mama or Ralph mama, because Ronnie's mom is no, it's not Ralph mom. Ricky's mama. So Ricky mama said, yeah, Bobby's always missing. Because I remember I was listening on the radio. The radio people were like, where's New Edition member Bobby Brown? I said, I'm dead. She said they couldn't even find him. They had to call him on the radio. I can't with this lady. She a mess. I said, okay, you too much. So Bobby's mom was trying to call all the girls, you know, just trying to talk to them because that's her friend. But they were all, you know, their lines were busy because they're gossiping about, you know, what's going on with Bobby. Man, trifling. So Mike is driving down with the babysitter, the guy. So Mike is like, you know, he's thinking long term. He's like, you know, I gotta think of a plan B because, you know, I mean, Mike wasn't, I don't know, he wasn't like singing. He just kind of like rapping, you know. So he's like, I need to think about a backup plan because I didn't even graduate high school. So, you know, so the guy's like, you should look into like being in producing and like whatever. I forgot what he said, but in the business side of the business. So he's like, what? I'm not in graduate high school. I don't even know none of that stuff. So as they're talking, so Mike Rich in the back seat to grab like his record. Then he looked down and he reads the album said a fast, what is it? Fast Break Production. So he like, who the hell is Fast Break Production? So he like barged into that MC guy that I can't stand. What's his name? I think it's Joe. Yeah, Joe. So he busts in there. He's like, who is the Fast Break Production? And I think he didn't say it like that, but he was like, he came in there all gangster like. Yeah, I thought he was gonna go Ice Cube on their ass and kind of start smashing shit, but you know, he's a little boy. He was a little boy at that time, so. But he didn't put an Ice Cube on them, so I was like, what is he gonna do? I was like, but Joe was like, you don't come to my office. You don't come to do this. I don't know why I'm doing accent that has nothing to do with the people. But Joe was like, fuck this, bitch. You are not coming here acting all grown and sexy. No, bitch, this is my office. So Mike calmed his ass down. He was like, but who is Fast? Like, he was all humble. He was like, but who is, tell me the truth, but who is Fast, what's the name? Fast Break Production. So Joe is like, okay. So Joe decided to tell the truth. Joe was like, basically what Joe said was, Gary on their asses. Like, Gary Production, Gary, they are sat under Gary, and then Gary is like, you know, kind of selling them to MCA, but Gary is like the middleman. So Gary see the money before, you know, in addition even sees it. So I was like, I knew he was trifling. And it's like, man, all the groups. So he was like, you didn't read your contract. Really? These are boys from the hood. Like, really? Contract? Like, what do they know about contracts? I hate it when he said that. But, MCA. Okay, so he told Mike, the only thing that matters in this business is what's on paper, which I'm gonna use this for like a life experience, because this is true, because it's all about what you sign. Because once you sign something, you don't know, because there's so much information, they could just creep in anything in there. So, you know, these boys didn't have no lawyers present. So anyways, they went off to Mike told the group what happened. He told the group what he found out, that, you know, Gary kind of owned their asses. And MCA came to see Bobby. Joe went to see Bobby. In the scene, Bobby was like in his room cutting up, getting his drugs ready, like his cocaine ready. And his mom kind of like walked in on him. He was like, "Why, mom? You don't knock." He's trying to hide his drugs. So he's like, my mom was like, "Somebody's here looking for you." So when he went to meet up with the person, it was Joe sitting in the limo and, you know, talking like I'm a politician again. He's like, "Trust me, I'll give you the erect kid." Like, he's just so fucking creepy. But Bobby's like, "What? I could have my own solo kid?" He's like, "Yes." So I'm like, oh shit. So yeah, so that happened for Bobby. So they show okay, so they show you Ralph. He moved in with his girlfriend, and I don't like that girl. She was like, "Yes, but look at Bobby. He's like burrowing up in the radio. You have to do something, Papi Chulo." Like, she was like, "You need to do something, Ralph, because you need to go solo." Like, basically, she's like, "Yeah, because Bobby's blowing up. Like, you need to, you know, whatever." So Ralph is like, "Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna do it." Like, she was like really pressuring him.